I tested more viral DIY TikToks.
So don't try this one at home. You guys have been blowing up my DMs to get back to testing viral TikToks and DIY builds. Well, you're about to get what you came for. Sam and I are recreating every single one of them as close to a T as we possibly can. We've even gone ahead and bought the plans from some of the creators who are putting out some of this viral content. Regardless of where they land on the spectrum of absurdity, we're gonna try them. This one should be fun. Let's get to it. So starting out with 58 million views, we've got a little hackarooski, as I like to call it. We've got some nails, we've got some boards, we've got a hammer. Let's make some magic. So straight out of the gate, personally, I absolutely hate this. I'm gonna build this for you and show you why I hate it. And my favorite part about this whole thing is the dude screwed it to his bench.
Oh yeah?
Just to make this video. Like blew a hole right in the side of the joint. We've got two pieces of scrap pine here because that's the exact same material they were using in the video. Align that with my workbench top because I'm not a heathen and I'm not gonna screw something into my workbench. If I don't pre-drill these and I hammer into the end here, it's straight up just gonna split out. So what you see a lot of guys do is they actually dull the end of the nail. That should help from splitting, and it's great for your $400 stiletto. Here we go. Did you look at that, Joe? No split. Number two. What I think is really stupid about this, that people aren't realizing, is that you don't build furniture with nails. You build houses with nails, okay? So we'll clip them off. Get them to seat. This is so stupid. Look at this. So like, you can't get it to, so we'll do this.
True. Now it looks a little seamless.
Okay, we will countersink these suckers. So that's a good technique. If you were using glue and like a wooden dowel, 100% would want to do that. Make ourselves a quick little plug-a-roo.
Igor is the coach, so he bought a dot coach to make.
Pine dust will wake you up in the morning. Plug
Pine
it,
dust.
Smear her in there. Number two, three. I was about to use my like really nice brand new Temple tools. That'd be stupid as shit. Make sure you get glue all over it. Make sure they're seated.
That's a lot of work for that.
Tell you what, this is how the pros do it. Mike Pekovich would be proud at Fine Woodworking of work quality like this. Basically, according to the internet, that's worth 58 million views. Thank you very much. Best part about it is, when it just comes apart, just like that. Don't do furniture with nails, you idiots. Next.
All right, coming up next with 9.6 million views, we have the Cedar Planter Box, the most highly requested item by any wife, mother, close friend in the summertime. A nice planter box. Let's see what we've got here. Time to build 1 hour. Material cost $28. Sell for $150. Profit $122. A lot of brad nails and glue utilized in this. All right, we got our sides up. Little guys there. A lot of brad nails. Gonna be one fragile planter box. Oh, okay. Floor should stiffen her up a little bit here. Tying that floor together. Brad nail, brad nail, brad nail, brad nail. More glue. And he's making this all out of cedar fence pickets. It's relatively straightforward. I feel like this would be a good, quick weekend build. Oh, there he goes. Mitering his corners. More brad nails, more brad nails. Oh, those restrainage holes. I thought we were about to see the introduction of a screw. All right, well, luckily I have all of the cedar pre-cut right ahead of time here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get everything glued and brad nailed together and see what kind of planter box we could build together here. Spoon, man.
Oh, you got big pieces.
For a super, super quick and a super, super dirty planter box, it's not bad. I mean, we'll see how structurally sound she is when she goes together. Not a huge fan of the just straight brad nails and glue method. I mean, I will say That wood glue is going to be extremely strong once it sets. I wouldn't have minded maybe the use of a few sturdier fasteners aside from just this. But we'll see, I might be wrong. I mean, to be honest, it's not bad. It's not bad.
You're going back to time lapse.
The only thing that sucks is the man in the video recommended that we brad nail all these together. The only problem is we're working with cedar that we purchased from the old Home Depot, and it's all very cupped. You can see there's gappage either that way or that way.
What happens if you turn it around?
Then you have the opposite problem, and then you have to try to squeeze that out. We will persevere, but yeah, you can't, the brad nails are not strong enough to hold that down, so you gotta reinforce it. I will say, like I said,
middle, maybe.
Super quick to make this, but I'd be very interested to see how long this stands against the test of time. All right, we're nailing our little strip on the top here. I mean, she is a planter box, but I will say I feel like I speak on behalf of most dads in the world where this isn't gonna cut it. You're gonna wanna overbuild a planter box that'll last for eons, millennia. You want it to outlive you. You want people, after you've passed on to the upper room, to say, man, Bill really built the shit out of this planter box. That you should build a planter box so good they could bury you in it. And you can't be buried in this thing. But I will say, I mean, it is pretty light. It's easy to put together. You could probably get a couple seasons out of it, and it was fairly inexpensive. Yeah, it's fine. I wouldn't recommend reselling.
Pass or hack?
Is there an intermediate option? I can't
pick one. Have some commitment.
I'm gonna say, wait, hack? And see, I'm doing the same thing John did.
Hack is good.
Hack is good?
It's a hack.
I'd pass on this one, I'm sorry. I would think there's other planter boxes out there that are a little bit more sturdy. I feel like this one looks aesthetically pleasing, but once you start moving it around, there's other planter boxes I think that are a little bit better than this. I'm gonna say pass on this one, sorry.
Hit him with the on to the next.
And now, without further ado, on to the next.
Up next, with 34 million views, we've got a little woodworking DIY hack here. Let's see what this is about. Okay, we've got a extended nose marker. What are you doing? He's creating 45 wait, what? What are you doing here, buddy? Oh, come on! This is such a hack. This is completely unnecessary. I actually bet you, oh, this is stupid. I hate this. All right. I highly dislike this for a multitude of reasons. One, he doesn't show how he's cutting them. So f you guy. Two, if you're doing this, just set a stop block on your miter gauge, and it's way faster than trying to finger bang your freaking wood to get you this measurement and then hold it together here, because this is ridiculous. There we go. Oh, that one slipped, so now I gotta come back and fix that. Okay, now that one's not there, so flush. Okay, okay. Damn it! I'm gonna use a clamp because smart. So he then catches every corner and marks it. You have to go and do it the other way. Incredibly inefficient use of time. Maybe one board? I could see like why you'd wanna do one maybe like this.
Chew into it with extra.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Ooh, that's rough. At least with Safe Light, you can get that fixed any.
All right, so you just set it to 45, which by the way is exactly what that was measuring. Okay, so what I can do is just set that there, and then the crazy thing is, guys, I can set this stop block here. I only needed to measure one. So freaking insane. It's a hack if I've ever seen one. So here's the best part about the video. There's a kerf on the blade, okay? So when you cut that relief cut that the guy did, it removes material. So you see here how that doesn't match up. It's because there's 1/8 of an inch of material removed, right? You see how that would be in there? So what the dude actually did in order to get this video to go viral is create perfect sized chunks and then put them back in to then be able to move them off and make the illusion. So they put in the extra work for the virality because this is 100% an absolute complete nutter hack. If you use this technique, you, my friend, are wasting our most precious resource in the world. And that resource is time. You could go do something better with your time.
Hack or pass?
Hack, 100%. F that guy. Next.
Hack is good.
Pass. Don't do that shit. That was completely stupid. Pass. Get out of here. Hack's not, how's hack good?
It's like a hack. It's like a hack. Like you.
Yeah, terrible technique. Don't use that at all. Pass. All right, guys, real quick before we get into the next test, this part of this video is sponsored by Opera. If you haven't heard, Opera is basically a browser that's built for people who are constantly have way too much going on. Just like me. I don't know about you guys, but I always have like 350 tabs open, and Opera's pretty cool. It's got this tab island feature that automatically groups everything together. You can collapse it so that it's actually out of sight and still organized.
Plus, you can easily name and color your tabs, which makes it extremely simple to go back and find them later.
It has this split screen feature I think is pretty cool too. You can compare multiple things. So if you're looking for products like we do in our videos, or if you're looking at these TikTok tests like we're doing in this video specifically, it makes it quite nice and easy. The sidebar is also pretty helpful. Helps you access Gmail, your calendar, keeps everything kind of visually accessible right there for you, which I honestly think keeps me faster and more efficient so that I can get back to filming and I'm just sitting on my computer looking for stuff. The video pop out feature is also pretty sick. I can take a video, pop that thing out, and watch it while I'm working on something else or I'm in another screen. I just think that that's really cool and helps me, like I said, stay a little bit more efficient.
So if you're like me and always getting lost in your browser,
give Opera a try, check it out. Honestly, I really like it, and if you're someone like me, you might like it too.
Up next, we have a project by Uncle John, who I didn't realize I watched a lot of his videos until I realized I have, but I just didn't know his name. He builds a lot of things for folks in need and is all big on DIY projects. We actually received a plan of this from his website for free, which is very commendable because you very seldom see people offering plans for free, but it is a rudimentary, basic DIY farmhouse dining table. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. It's on TikTok with 2.6 million views. Uncle John's dining table, big old post. As a giant post. Cut that on all four sides. One thing you could say about his projects, they are very sturdy. Very thick and sturdy. Oh, doing a guitar riff there with the board. Oh, and catching the boards in midair. Now, I will say he's staining his. We will not be staining ours. Okay. We got the pressure-treated lumber he recommended, but ours is exceptionally moist and moldy, so it's not ready to accept any of this fine stain. And he's using some structural screws there. Everything about this project is very heavy-duty, arguably too heavy-duty, but we are going to hold true to it nonetheless. And we're doing some slats on the top there with more structural. That's a lot of structural screws. This is one structurally sound table. He's doing push-ups on it. He's just knocking out the push-ups, jumping on it. Is just pounding into the earth. Not moving though. Sturdy table. Let's go build that giant Uncle John table. We got one of the thickest beams we could get at Home Depot here. I think there's a world where maybe Uncle John could have chose a slightly smaller leg, absolutely, but we are doing this to the plans. So we're gonna cut these in 30-inch pieces, and because it is too big for almost every saw we have except the beam saw, which there'll be a lot of blade deflection and all sorts of stuff, I'm just gonna go ahead, cut it with the skill saw, cut it, rotate, and yeah, call it a day. So without further ado, let's get cutting.
Do you wish Uncle John was your uncle?
Absolutely. I wish Uncle John was all of our uncles. I think we'd live in a much better world if we all had an Uncle John that was Uncle John, if you know what I mean. All right, beams are cut. Probably could have went a little smaller on the beams, even with that big old giant skill saw to cut all 4 sides. Japanese hand saw, that little square that's left in the middle. So as DIY friendly as most of these projects are, this is the one part of it that may not be super DIY friendly. We will be batch cutting all of these. They all need to go to 69 inches.
It's a weird number.
What was that?
Enjoy over $3,500 in annual value with the American Express Platinum Card. Get up to $400 in Resi credits.
What the f? Is that
Yeah.
how crooked?
Yeah, they're pretty crooked. I'm gonna have to do this.
It's so wet. Look at it getting clogged in the dust chute.
Yeah, this is some, I don't know if we were allowed to even show that on camera. This is some wet pressure treated wood. It's gonna theoretically take eons to dry out. But we have everything cut to size. I think we've got to do our sides, and then, yeah, I think like 1 or 2 more cuts, this thing goes together. We're good to go. This is Uncle John, baby. We got all of our materials pre-cut. It's now time to fasten everything. Every part of this project is extremely DIY friendly. I love you, Uncle John, but you are someone that wants to make sure nothing is coming apart, because these structural screws are absolute overkill for this, and the project requires a lot of them.
Do we have structural screws? That's what I meant to ask.
Yeah, I got the structurals. I got the 6 inches and the 3 inches. We are using 6-inch structural screws.
Oh no.
So what we're doing right now, we're making the end pieces that will basically hold our slats. And this is the only part of this project that I will say requires a wee bit of precision to make sure that you have a 1.5-inch space here, so your boards lay there, it's flush here, and that you also have enough room left to right for your legs. But Uncle John did think of that and made this a little bit oversized here, so even if you're a little off one way or another, it's gonna be a-okay.
There you go.
There's a screw.
Didn't you opt for smaller screws here?
You could probably get away with smaller screws if you do this project and don't have structural screws at your disposal. You could probably get away.
Didn't he use 3 inches though?
They only had 2 7/8. We had the
You know what I'm saying, but like, didn't he use 3s and you're using 2 7/8?
Yeah. So I'm not completely following it as I should.
Cheater.
Sorry. Now we can connect these to 2 of our long fellows over here. See, I wonder, does he use 3s here too? Let's see. Whoa, you use 2 5-inch screws on each side. Well, we have 4.5, so we're gonna do that. Oh my gosh, you can literally see it squishing the liquid out of it.
Oh yeah. That's a good Home Depot shit, man.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing tacked together, throw our slats on, and then get our legs on and hopefully have ourselves a fine Uncle John table that we could jump on and do push-ups on just like him. I don't even want to say anything bad about these plans because they're free, and that's so nice that it's free. But you can see we've got a mathematical error here. Nope, no we don't. I f***ed up. This 30, actually no, the plans are mostly right. Here's the issue, here look. So we were supposed to cut 2 35-inch pieces for our ends, 2 21s that go here, and we have 1 35 that spans between there. And for whatever reason on the directions, it says use 4 of these 5-inch screws to secure the last 21-inch piece in the center of the frame. But that's impossible because if this is 35 and that's 35, 21 would be way too small. So there is an error in those plans. They meant to say your last 35-inch piece. I'm sorry, Uncle John. I'm sorry. I appreciate your videos. We found another error here. 3 35-inch pieces, a 35 for the end, a 35 for the end, and 1 in the center. And as you can see, the way these end pieces are on there, that gap in between there has to be 3 inches less than 35 because you have 1.5 inches here and 1.5 inches there. So it should be a 32-inch piece. I love what you do. I appreciate the things that you do for people, but you gotta get your plans right. I'm gonna go cut this 32-inch piece that doesn't exist in the plans now. Be right back. Be right back. Remember earlier when I was like, it's nice, he left us a little bit of extra room? That was a lie, because I didn't account for the other piece of 1.5 inch he had on there.
Oh, damn.
Beep this right now, so.
You're almost there. I've never seen someone swing a mallet like that.
I've never swung a mallet like that before.
Those are supposed to be like, you just swing them lightly because it has the beads in it. You're swinging that shit like a sledge.
She's in there.
Thanks, Uncle John.
Thanks, Uncle John. Let's get our 6-inch legs out.
That'll be nice right there. Look at that. This won't cause any problems.
Picture this. Saving up to 10% when you bundle your home and auto insurance with USAA.
Oh, shit.
I mean, yeah, it's
solid.
that's pretty nice.
Got all the boards screwed in. They recommended a 3/4 inch gap in between each board, which is a wild gap. I know you need some gap for expansion. That's a lot of gappage. It was not a 3/4 inch gap either. It was 5/8, so we had to redo that. This table is
pretty
solid.
Nice.
You gotta try it how he did it. Can you do a push-up on it?
Can we do the Uncle John push-ups? Oh yeah, that's solid. That's totally solid. Sorry to say this, Uncle John. It's super solid, but it is a little too rugged, a little too ugly. That's a big old gap too. Everything's gonna be falling through there. I love what you do. I love that this was free, but there's probably other free plans. There's even ones on Etsy for probably a couple dollars. There might even be some on johnmalecki.com. It's gonna serve you a lot better than this. It'll be something that's a little more appealing. This is, I mean, we built it, but it is a little too rugged, a little too ugly. That's a big old gap too. Everything's gonna be falling through there. I love what you do. I love that this was free, but there's probably other free plans. There's even ones on Etsy for probably a couple dollars. There might even be some on johnmalecki.com. It's gonna serve you a lot better than this. It'll be something that's a little more appealing. This is
pretty nice.
I mean, we
like
built
this.
it. The plans weren't accurate. Wasn't.
Is it a hack or is it a pass?
I'm so sorry, Uncle John. I don't want to give you the pass. I don't want to do this, but I think you got pass on this one. I mean,
wow.
Yeah. Unless you
nice
just want to
table.
build like a bunker grade table, just to
True. I like
Shoot
that.
guns off of.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
It'd be a fine range gun or a range
you know
table.
what? It's for that. If
Yeah.
you really want to throw something, a quick and dirty, just
Machine
sturdy
gun put
table
on
for
it.
something, sure. But I think most people that are putting together a little outdoor table, there's better stuff out there. And there's stuff that
Pretty
look a
nice,
little
though. I
more
like
pretty
the
than
way
this. On to the next one. Here we go.
All right,
Awesome.
listen,
Pretty
Yins,
good.
the toolbox giveaway went so well. I just told the guys to stop
Ryobi.
everything they're doing so we can give away literally every single one of these Ryobi products behind me.
Ryobi.
There's never been a Ryobi giveaway like this before in the history of the internet. Okie dokie, up next, 8.2 million views. Got a little, what we got here? What do we got? All right, a bunch of holes, cut and I think he's building a hat rack. My guy. I see a lot of people building and selling these. Pretty cool project. Weirdly
cool.
enough, I've never built one, so let's give it a shot. Alrighty. So first thing I'm gonna do, find the center. Great news, we're at 5 1/4 here. Mr. Pula prepped this piece of wood for me, so that's gonna be 2 1/2 and 1/8. Let's go. Now I need a tape.
Twix bits are creamy and crunch.
The Kia K4 and K5. The next movement for innovation.
38 inches. So we're gonna use, I think I have a 2-inch saw. And my guess, we'll go like every, what, 4? What do you think, Joe? You like that?
Oh, that's great.
There's no plans for this, so obviously I'm making it up as I go. Oh, lost the photo. Where'd we go? Here we go. Get space on the bottom. Looks about 4 inches. Oop, boop, 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 boop. You go angled up on it. Okay, it's about a 1-inch slot. And what's it go, brim first in there? No, back first. Yeah, that'll work. All right, let's drill some holes. Now I need to put the angles on here. I'm just guessing. I'm gonna set this to 15 degrees. This is one of my, like a new tool from Izzy at Swan Tools. Nice. And I want it to be 1 inch. So we'll go there, then there. If I'm looking at my dudes, how the f does that work, Joe? They go up, and go in, and then that hooks, like, hold on.
A few moments later.
So I'm kind of just guessing here, and we're gonna find out. So it's important if you're doing something like this, so you bring your saw out, so that way the cut doesn't go and bury into the back, right? You need it to actually chop, and then what you can do, set your blade. That's why I picked an angle I actually knew. We're at 15, it should match this. And then I can lock this in place, I think. In most saws you can, maybe not on this one. I'll just try to. Love pine. Let's see if the hat stays in, Joe.
Yeah, true. Oh,
I guess it catches the button, or?
It does. I mean,
yeah, it works.
It works.
Here we go.
Ooh.
This is one thing that jumped out at me immediately when I was watching my man make it. Is like, it's a cool project, but you do really need to concern yourself with exactly what happened here. You've got not a lot of strength in areas like this. And so it's really, really easy to break along the grain. I did this YouTube short. So when you think about a piece of wood, you want to think about it like the grain in celery. If I wanted to peel the celery apart, it's super easy to do this way. But if I start to try to snap it, I'm fighting against all of the long grain. Final stage here. What do you think?
Might be time to switch from the baseball cap to the fedora. You could become Fedora, John.
The fedora?
Pretty nice with the other one on it. I like that.
Shit.
It's actually kind of cool.
I like that, right?
It works. I mean, it's a hack for sure. Definitely a project worth doing. Do not build it out of pine. I'd highly suggest building it out of hardwood.
Like slants downward, so it'll sit right in there, pretty nice.
I'm not gonna break it, but I had to re-glue almost every single one of these, and here it's just super weak. But awesome project, dude. I know you're a follower, so thank you for that. If you guys do make something like this, share it. What do we got next, Joe?
Alrighty, up next, coming in at 6.8 million views. This is one I believe I've seen before. It's a steam bending shelf. That is a pretty wild shelf right there. I believe they do this live edge sometimes too. Oh wow, yeah, you can see all the folds in there. For the most part, it's really tight. This is super impressive. Oh, look at that Feinbauer plane, or that Feinbauer 1/4-inch router there. Look at that. I was just hogging through that material. All right then. Well, he's trying to bend it, having some difficulty. Steam on, okay, the steam's helping. Wow, the steam is severely helping, and now he is loading it up with glue, bark on, who cares, let's let it ride. And now clamping it down right at that perfect angle. That looks so cool, it looks like it shouldn't exist. All right, so we have ourselves a super thin piece of wood that we thought was gonna enter the slab graveyard, but actually today it's gonna be bent into a steam bent shelf. So I have the same tapered ball nose bit that we had in the video there. We're gonna run that through a bunch of times at a 45-degree angle, and then hopefully we could get ourselves a good old steam bent slab. So we'll go ahead and check back in after this is done running, and we will be on to Bend City. So join us there. I did no curve cut calculation here, so we're going off gut intuition that we can bend this at a 90. But let's go ahead and pop this guy off and see what we could do. Oh wow, I think we're gonna be okay. It already feels pretty loosey-goosey. Alrighty, so as it sits, we have honestly a decent bit of flex here. Hopefully we could steam it and give it the full flex we need to bend it. And to do that, we have our handy dandy Amazon steamer. Oh yeah. Yeah, nice and bent, man. Shh. Settle down now. All right, we have this bent. We'll throw some glue in this, and yeah, that honestly went a lot easier than expected. I was fully anticipating something breaking, snapping, but yeah, let's throw some glue in her. All right, Ryan was kind enough to get a board over here. Joe and I have glued this with arguably too much glue. That's the Clamping Apparatus 6000. It was in R&D development. Lockheed Martin actually sold us this design. It was one of their less profitable projects, but it. Can we get 2 of these? Oh, we actually probably should. Yeah, wipe that up. We should have threw something down here. Oh man, go grab here. Actually, just someone hold this. Let's get some wax paper. Oh shit, where's the wax paper? All right, we fixed it. We got it glued up. We're gonna let this dry. See how long it takes that massive amount of glue to set there. But yeah, I think we should have ourselves a curved little slab shelf there by the end of this. So we will check back in once this is dry. Farewell, and I'm gonna trust you to your own devices alone for a moment. Please don't make me regret this decision.
What do you got next for me, Joe?
It's a light bulb.
Light bulb. Here we go, 6.9 million views. Oh, come on. We got a log with like a very interesting angled cut. What do you do? Oh, you were right. A giant light, come on. The bark's gonna die and you see like all that mold and moss on there? Shit's gonna stink. That log is rotting. It's just gonna rot on your mantle, my guy. These damn hacks. All right, I'll give you log. Good news, I don't have to do anything except scrape some dirt off of it because my man just is going with straight up junk look. Putty knife scraper. So we get to clean some muck off this thing first. It's always good. You gotta love that white stuff there. That's the good stuff. You wanna make sure you keep that here. Also, when you're looking for logs, you see this little guy, Joe? Can you get that? It's a tiny guy, can you see him? You wanna make sure when you're using live wood that you keep all the worms. Can you see it on the corner there? Kinda. Just make sure that those are, you know, living their best life inside of the log you're about to turn into a lamp. You'd be better off, in all honesty, if this is something that you're like,
oh, it looks so cool, I want that in my house.
Go to someone who does like kiln dried firewood. At least it won't have bugs. The problem we're gonna face is we only have large logs here. I wouldn't say his log was prettier. I would say his log was pretty stupid looking, but it was in this horizontal orientation. I kind of think this log looks better like this. You know, we'll get a boing going up here, you know, a little like side table, you know. Well, we don't need it to be square, Joe. Or should we make it square?
Leave it crooked. It looks better crooked.
Leave it crooked? Do we want the light bulb going straight in though? Or the light bulb come out crooked?
I think coming out crooked.
Crooked. Okay, well, I guess I need to take a piece of hand sandpaper. Our boy did some extensive cleaning. Basically looked just like this. And that's the gist of all the cleaning he did on the log. This is a giant bit that can actually hurt you in a giant drill. So don't try this one at home, even though this is a DIY hack. We're gonna drill this as far as I can. Ready? So this is a Forstner bit intended to be used in a press. So this is quite dangerous. Do not try this at home. About 4 inches of depth. Gotta do something, because I gotta get a wire to go in there. So I get this stupid shit to come out. So we need a bit that's bigger than the head here. And we get to do the same thing again. Almost there, check it out. You see it from there?
Surprise, motherfucker.
It's the sound of victory. This log is so wet. It wasn't even raining yesterday. There you go, ladies and gents. Now get yourself an appropriately sized light bulb. Perfect. Screw her in, plug her in. And we got a lamp made out of a log. This is dumb as shit. Don't do this. It wasn't that much work, but this thing is gonna explode, rot, and stink up your house. That's a Bobcat. What do we got next?
So, really private entrance. Entertainment center / spice rack. Gets great light through the top half. Can't put a price on a view like this.
What kind of internet is it?
Oh, let me see. Oh, it's Verizon Fios, 100% fiber internet.
I'll take it.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing. Plans start at $20 a month with a 3-year price guarantee.
And check out the on-suite.
Alrighty, I gave this little girl a light
More
sand. I
alky.
didn't go nuts sanding. Dan gave me explicit orders not to go nuts, so there's still a lot of epoxy in the back there. But you can see, honestly, we're fairly. Sorry about that, Dan. Should have gave you a warning. Honestly, fairly solid for a bend like that. And yeah, she goes full way around, upside down, backwards, left, right. Every which way. I just eyeballed this 90, and you know, we'll try to fit her on the corner of the wide belt sander. A little meat on there, but we just did this quick and dirty just to test the bend technique. But I mean, you could 100% take your time with that, scribe it, make it a nice old curved and bent shelf. This is a hack, I would say. I mean, it's cool. I would only hack it once. It would be kind of a pain in the neck to do a bunch of these. Also, if you ever do this, use a kerf calculator. I just eyeballed this, and that's why I have all the crazy gappage there. Overall hack. Now, I gotta go. Oh shit, he's still on me. Oh shit.
The main reason I greenlit this entire video, because my man Mike has been killing it with his plastic to wood Sunday kitchen utensil series. I've been following along for the whole thing. He's got millions of views. For this one, we're gonna be building the spatula. So Sam and I actually went ahead. Sam purchased all the plans, printed them out.
Look, cut it in half.
Super nice.
Hello,
and we're just gonna go ahead and give it hell. Kudos to Mike though for coming up with an awesome series.
Nice little hack.
Also, I just think it's such a good idea, cool, fun idea. I love wooden kitchen utensils, stuff like this.
That's why they hacks.
Honestly makes woodworking, like I think, super fun and approachable. Slightly above average. What podcast are we talking about? We're talking about our podcast, obviously, Joe. Slightly above average. We're me, you, and Mr. Pula over here. We get together. We talk about life's problems, life's good stuff, and everything in between. Go check it out. There's a link down below, or you can just look up Slightly Above Average wherever you get your podcasts. Little woodworking tips and tricks. This is a glue stick. You can just go ahead, put that right on the wood. Smear it with your finger. Now, he puts a corner on this, and I'm not gonna lie, I've done a lot of this, so I'm not gonna read the directions. He does have directions though. We wanna use that A to extend our handle, and then on a mirroring face. Cool. So, we've got both of these profiles here. The important part when you're doing something like this, you want to just keep your orientation.
The side cut.
That's all it is.
Nice.
So I'm gonna give these a minute or two to tack up. We'll cut this down the side. We'll head over to the bandsaw and we'll start making magic. Here we go. Bandsaw. You just want to get as close to the line as possible because you do have to put this back together. All right, you ready, young Samuel?
Let's see it.
So, Sam's never done any of this magical bandsaw work before. He didn't actually know what I was doing. He's been asking questions incessantly, but here you go. It's done.
Wow.
Nice.
You can cook quite a meal with this thing.
Wow! I got you good.
Kind of get 3 2 unusable ones and 1 usable one.
Gotcha. So you want to keep this, that way I can have something to kind of clamp down with, and this side as well for sanding and whatnot. So it's coming along nicely. Shape's pretty solid, gonna work great. Now I just gotta do some hand shaping here. I will say this, it's imperative, in my opinion, that if you're doing something like this, you do it out of a hardwood. If you're doing this out of a softwood, this handle's gonna snap right off when I get to this part. Who knows, Sam? I might snap it off anyway, because I'm a Neanderthal.
Maybe. You look pretty comfortable working with hardwood though, John. I think you'll be just fine.
All right, yeah, so I'm gonna give myself a center line, just kind of like shape to it. I wanna be careful once you get out towards the edge, because you're gonna get a lot of vibration there. If you're curious, this is a cuts, these are just cuts all, kind of their files. We are big fans, and by we I mean I don't know if Sam's ever used them.
Yeah,
a little bit of bumble shoots here, some food safe
smaller
oil.
than the thing.
Baby.
And then it's not so thick.
I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like this is
for like the busy
right there. I don't know.
Busy woodworker or dad, if you're looking for something to just kind of like get your mind off some stuff, throw on your headphones, listen to your favorite podcast, that one.
You only need a small dab to reduce the appearance of puffiness and dark circles.
That's exactly what I needed.
Does your home gym look like this? Bulky, crowded.
Yeah,
not built for.
Projects like this are awesome. I'm a huge fan, 100%, unequivocally across the board. Putting it in the hack category is like a keeper, but this is just definitely awesome project. I think no matter what level you're at of woodworker, you can do this. You just need access to a bandsaw. Thing's sick. Can't wait to take home and make sourdough pancakes for my daughters with it. Well, Mike, you're a legend. I think we should become best friends. What do you got for me next? Up next with 1.3 million views, we've got
kind of slot in one.
looks like a chair. That's pretty cool. I don't trust these at all. It's calling it a Viking chair. Okay, so we went ahead, we bought the plans. My first apprehension here is the fact that there's a lot of pages here for a plan that needs 2 boards. I will not knock it till we try it. Mr. Pula will be assisting me on this project.
How you doing?
So essentially we gotta cut one of these and then slot one of them. Let's go make that. Follow me to the promised land, Joe. Shut the f up. What?
That's not very nice.
It's called a stop cut, Joseph. Hog that waist out, bitch. Hog that waist out, bitch. Hog that waist out, hog that waist out, hog that waist out, bitch. A little bit of persuasion. Tell you what, this project would be so much easier if it wasn't made with pine. I'm not doing the rest.
This is a chair.
It holds.
Hack?
Oh yeah, true.
Definitely. Give it a shot, but make it out of not pine. I can't say enough about Don't Build, but the only problem I've had with all these is all the cool ones, all the good ones were made with pine. Just don't make them out of pine. And that's gonna be a wrap on this video. I had a blast doing this again, I think. Let me know, what dumb shit do we need to test next? Joe, I need a break.
Okay. That was cool. Don't make it out of pine.